people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Surabhi Agrawal Patni. How you all are doing? Today in this video we are gonna talk about this peachy corally eyeshadow look tutorial, which is super easy to create and is very wearable in any occasion. So if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching.
So guys, I've already done my base. I've applied my foundation, my concealer, my blush, and now we're gonna start the eye look so that you can see how the overall makeup look looks and the base is put together with eye look. So if you want to see how I'm gonna do my eyeshadow, then just keep on watching.
So I'm starting this eye look with this MAC paint pot painterly, which is a very good eyeshadow primer, and I'll be using my fingers to apply this because that is how it applies the best. And as you can see, the coverage is very nice. It hides all the redness and veins that appears in your eyelids and make a very nice base to apply your eyeshadow. And I'm applying it on both my eyes and blending it out properly, and this is how it looks. So for today's eye tutorial, I'm using this Huda Beauty Desert Dusk eyeshadow palette. This is an amazing palette with 24 shades and it's very versatile. You can create tons of looks with this eyeshadow palette, like from natural to soft glam to smoky eyes and whatnot. And I love the fact that it comes with this huge mirror. What else do you need in a palette? Now I'm setting my eye primer with this powder small eye brush, and I'm using this shade Desert Sand from this palette and applying it on both my eyelids. You can skip this step, but I prefer setting the primer with the powder so that it doesn't crease my eyes. So these are mostly the brushes which I use to create my eye looks. These are all the blending brushes and you can see the density of all the brushes. So starting off with the most fluffy blending brush, I'm taking the shade Eden from the palette and applying it directly to my crease. We have to blend it back and forth and in a circular motions, and also a little V shape at the tip of the crease. You can build up this color according to your requirement, but you have to blend it properly so that it gives a soft look in the crease. You have to just go with the flow and keep blending it till you get your satisfied look. Now repeating this step with the other eye. Apply and blend back and forth and in circular motions and give a little V at the edge of your crease like you did in the first eye. Once you are done with both of your eyes, just check the pigmentation in the crease area for both the eyes. One should not look darker or lighter than the other one. Now I'm taking this little flat, less denser blending brush and taking the shade Amber, which is little darker than the previous shades, and I'm patting the shadow from the brush because patting the excess shadow from the brush is very important to avoid the fallout. Now I'm applying this little darker shade at the outer corner of my eyes in a patting motion and not directly into the crease. I'm softly blending this shade in the outer edge of my eyes and taking it halfway towards the crease in a soft blending motion. Now I'm again taking this fluffy brush which I used earlier to soften and smoothen out this outer corner amber shade, to soften the look and to blend the crease and the outer edge together. And now I'm repeating the same step with the other eye. At this point, just check the pigmentation of both the eyes. They both should look same. Now next up, I'm taking my favorite blending brush, that is Sigma's E25 brush, and I'm taking the shade Oud. It spells OUD, And I'm patting this shade directly to the outer corner of my eyes and not at all into the crease to give a smoky effect. I'm applying this shade in a V shape to give it a little cat eye smoky look and to give precision to this eye look. Doing the same for the other eye. So basically we are applying the lighter shades on the crease and the little darker shade on the outer corner to create that smoky eye look effect. And I'm repeating this step for all the shades and taking this again fluffy brush to soften and smoothen out the look. Moving on to the fun part, I'm taking this flat eyelid brush for my eyelids and I'm taking the shade Celestial. You can also choose the shade Turkish Delight, but right now I'm taking Celestial for my eyelid. And I always use a wet brush to apply my glitter shadow because I think that gives the maximum of the desired pigmentation on your eyelids and makes the look more beautiful. I like packing the shimmery or glittery shade in a small patting motion rather than applying it in a rubbing or a blending motion because that gives more pigmentation in the lid area. Now repeating the same with the other eye. Now I'm taking a small packer brush and taking the lightest shade in the palette, that is Desert Sand again, and applying it under my eyebrows, that is in my brow bone area. This will make the eyes look more clean and will define my brows and will tie up this eye look together. Now I'm taking a pencil brush to define my waterline area and I'll be taking the shade Amber from this palette and applying it halfway through my waterline and not all towards the inner corner. Now repeating the stem for the other eye. Now I'm taking a flat eyeliner brush and will dip it in the shade Out, which is slightly darker than Amber, and will further define my waterline by applying it very close to my lower lash line. As I said earlier, this darker shade should not be applied all towards the inner corner. It should be applied from midway to the outer corner of the eyes. Now again taking that same pencil brush and will a little bit blend these two shades together in the waterline to give it a little smoky effect. Now this is the step which you can totally avoid, but I always do it with my eye looks. I touch up this eye look by using all those shades again which I have used for creating this eye look. I think this trick helps the eye look to look more defined and prominent. Now, while touching up the eyelid area, I always prefer to use my fingers because fingers are the best tool to apply your eyeshadows, especially your glitter or shimmery shades. Look at that pigmentation. Wow. Now I'm again taking a small pencil brush to highlight my inner corners and brow bone area, and I'm taking the shade Cashmere, which is the lightest shimmery shade from the palette. This step will make your brows look lifted and will open up your eyes and make it more pop. Never forget this step. You can also use your face highlighter to do this step. Now drag this highlighting shade little bit towards the inner corner of your waterline and join it with the darker shades in the waterline to finish off your waterline area. So this is it. This is my eye look. Now I'll finish it off with my lashes, mascara and eyeliner, and we'll get back to you with the final look.
So I hope you guys like this look. It's a super simple look and you can create this look anytime, anywhere, very easily. And I hope you'll try the same eye look. And the colors I have used in this tutorial can be found in any other orange or copper tone palette if you don't own the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. So that is not the issue. It's just simple rules that you just have to go from the lighter shade to the darker shade and then blend it very nicely. That's the only trick you should do. Then you can play around with any colors you want or any tone you like. I hope you find this video very useful, helpful, and I want you guys also to try this look for yourself. And if you do, then do share the pictures. So if you want to see more such eye looks, then do let me know in the comment section. And if you want tutorial of particular palette from particular brand, that also you let me know, and I will love to do tutorials for you guys. And also if you like this video, please like, share and comment on this video. Also hit the bell notification button so that every time I post a new video you'll get notification for the same. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye.